Breaking news now, and a rescue operation in Wales has saved a man who was trapped in a cave for 2 days. Sky's Becky Johnson witnessed that rescue and joins us now. So, Becky, what is the latest and what's the mood there?
Well, I mean, just such a sense of elation among these rescuers. It's taken around 60 hours to get the man out, and you can probably just see here the mountain rescue truck just leaving the scene. In front of it, an ambulance with that injured caver on board, heading to hospital to get the treatment that he's needed since he fell sometime around Saturday lunchtime and has been trapped in this vast cave network that's under our feet here in the Brecon Beacons. Now, yeah, it was in the last few minutes that he was pulled out from the cave. We witnessed that. There were around 70 rescuers underground there to pull him out. There was an orange tarpaulin put up just to protect him. As he was taken out, he was carried straight into an ambulance at the top. A bit of applause from the rescue workers who were up there battling the elements to bring this man to safety. And as I say, a mood of huge elation that he is out safely. We knew that he had multiple injuries, we were told, after a fall, that he had been unable to move. But we are told that his injuries aren't life-threatening. He has, I understand, been chatting to his rescuers, but he does need to get to hospital as quickly as possible. So that's what's happening now. And let me bring in Peter Francis from South Wales Caving Club. Peter, this caving network, Ogofin in Ddi, it's one of the longest in Britain. It's certainly the deepest in Britain. And you think this is the longest rescue mission there's been in a cave in Britain?
We think it is the longest, yeah, in a continual carry. We have had people trapped by flood water for a few days, but to actually carry somebody in a stretcher, this is a 60-hour job. It's unbelievable, yeah, and it's involved most of the cave rescue teams in Britain, and the way they work together, mesh together, I just feel so proud of all of them.
And I mean, the mood here is really quite emotional. I think apart from anything else, people are exhausted after such... Yeah. You look incredibly emotional, Peter.
I am now, yeah.
It's emotional times. What do you know about the condition of this man?
He's in good condition. I mean, I was here when the call-out started, and I was very worried then, would we get him out alive or would he deteriorate? And all Saturday we were worried, most of yesterday we were worried. So this is a huge relief for us. You know, it's one of the reasons we do it.
And not at all, Peter. It's emotional times, and I know everybody's very tired as well. I mean, this man, I know his family don't want us to give away very many details about him, but we know he's in his mid-40s, an experienced caver who experienced a fall, and I know he was known to quite a few of you here.
He was just incredibly unlucky. Physically, he put his foot in the wrong place at the wrong time. And he could have done it on pavement, in which case he'd been in hospital 10 minutes afterwards. But he was a mile or two underground in an awkward place. All the odds were against him, but his mental powers probably got him through, because he had to be he was in an awful lot of pain to begin with, we know that, until we could get the drugs to him. He stood by all that. All these teams, I mean, I'm absolutely impressed to no end how the teams work together. And the whole thing about caving as a sport, it's not competitive, it's a team thing. And all these people didn't compete with each other, they worked together. Some of them a lot of them didn't know each other, never worked together before. And the fact that they pulled this off, this is, I'm absolutely thrilled.
And Peter, we can't underestimate the conditions that these guys and girls have been working under. There's flowing water in stretches of this cave, very, very narrow stretches, vertical drops in places. Very tricky to get somebody on a stretcher through.
The only good thing is that the water levels didn't come up. If we'd had heavy rain, it would have flooded and filled. We couldn't, the river would have been impassable. That didn't happen, and that really aided us. So everything was, it worked out for us, yeah.
OK, and he's now on his way to hospital to get the treatment that he needs.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fabulous. Thank you, Peter. So, yeah, if you just have a little look over here, you can see the teams here just having a bit of a debrief. One or two of them mentioned that there might be some beers. I think they've certainly earned them over the last 2.5 days here, working 24 hours a day to get this man out safely.